every one of us will have social anxiety, but I'm sure that we, as students, will somehow feel shy before. In general, everyone will feel anxious at some point, and this feeling typically comes and goes about our lives. But if this anxiety turns excessive and you find yourself overwhelmed, feeling out of control, or worrying about situations that seems to be non-threatening to others, then you may have social anxiety disorder. Students with social anxiety disorder usually have an excessive and persistent fear towards social or performance situations such as school, parties, club activities, and more. They are extremely worried that they may do something embarrassing or that others may think badly about them. And this is also known as a stronger form of shyness. But in social anxiety disorder, the fear and anxiety lead to avoidance which can disrupt our lives. However, most of us do not actually have this disorder, but we just tend to care too much of how others look at us. For example, me myself, I'm not scared of judgment and rejection, but I really cared a lot of how others think about me, and I'll be thinking, will they like me or not? Especially when I was in lower secondary. But slowly, I built up my self-esteem and realized that I don't need to make everyone to like me. And one thing I always believe is that when you work hard enough and treat everyone sincerely, you have nothing to be afraid of and you don't need to worry about how others think about you. Not that I can say I'm 100% not caring about how others look at me right now. No, I still do care. But then, know how to filter and don't let other people's judgment affect you. Don't let others' judgment prevent you from doing what you like. Like, I love to sing, but I did not dare to share any of my singing covers at first just because I'm scared that my friends will laugh at me. I wanted to make YouTube videos, but I was afraid that others will think bad about me. And I like to take selfies, but I did not dare to share it or post it in any of my social medias last time just because I'm scared that my friends might not like it. All of these preconceptions and thoughts pushed me away from what I wanted to do. But after taking out the first step, you will find out that no one really cares about what you do. And your true friends will always support you. So if you think what you want to do will make you feel happy or it's beneficial for others, then just go ahead with it. Most of us will care too much of how others think about us is due to the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect refers to the tendency we have to overestimate how much other people notice about us. In other words, we tend to think that there's a spotlight on us all the time and to highlight our mistakes and flaws for all the world to see. It is believed that the spotlight effect comes from being overly self-conscious as well as not being able to put yourself in the shoes of the other person to realize that their perspective is different from yours. For example, when doing a presentation, you'll be thinking, oh my god, did they notice that I pronounced that word wrongly? Will they laugh at me later? Oh damn, they will think I'm stupid. But then imagine if you are the audience now. Will you think that way? If I'm the audience, I'm probably just going to feel nervous for my own turn to present and maybe just stared at the presenter without really noticing what they say. Who will have the time to worry about you when they're so busy focusing on themselves? A few tips I have to let go of anxiety and shyness is, first of all, don't try to make people feel good about you. Try to assume that people like you, and this will make you feel more confident when doing things. Next, don't care too much about how others think about you. I know this is easier to be said than done, but don't be a mind reader and try to analyze how other people are thinking. Build up your confidence level by working hard. Sometimes, hard work will build up self-esteem because you know that you put in effort. If you are afraid to talk to people, try to set small goals every day or every week, such as, I want to make one new friend this week. You can also set goals like, I want to voice out my opinions twice in the next meeting, or I want to turn on my mic and answer my teacher's questions 3 times this week. The goals can be as simple as this, but you are already taking out the first step to be more outspoken. So right now, I'm going to go through some of the sharing from my friends in Instagram, which I posted to ask for all of your opinions that day. So the first one here says that don't really like going on a new environment alone. Okay, so it's okay to start slow. You can always start by asking a friend to go with you, but when you're at that new environment, don't just hang along with that one friend that you already know very well. Try to hang out with other people as well. And remember at the same time, when you're at that new environment, other people around you might be at the same situation as well. They might be in a new environment too. So don't be afraid because other people might be as nervous as you. And you don't need to be very outspoken when you are just in a new environment. You can always stay quiet and be a listener and just speak up when other people ask you something. And bear in mind that flexibility and adaptability is a very important skill for the future. So you must learn from now and try to cope with every situation you face. And always try to take up new challenges instead of just staying at your comfort zone. I don't like to communicate with my family. I feel strange with my family. I'm depressed and I feel alone. So to be very honest, I actually felt the same way as you last time. I'm a person that I speak more to my friends more than my family. But then end up, I actually didn't tell my friends and my family all of my thoughts. Instead, I just keep some of them to myself. So I know that people might say keeping things to yourself is not good for your mental health. But then, all you need to know is the correct way to handle it and to filter your thoughts, then it's okay. And if you feel very stressed or very depressed, just try to do something you like. For me, I like watching dramas. So I will just go and watch dramas and then start laughing and then I feel better and then I'll start to talk with my parents again. And bear in mind that in the end of the day, your parents and your family are the only person that you can trust the most, and they will not do anything that is harmful to you. And if you really feel that you are alone, then try to work harder and improve yourself so that one day you'll be very strong, that all your insecurities will be gone. Afraid of being judged and just can't be myself and feel comfortable in public. I can social with people quite well, but I have social anxiety when I'm in the canteen during recess. I just cannot because there's too much people there. And meanwhile, I'll be sharing with you guys one of my friends' reply because I think that that's basically a summary of what I wanted to say to you all. So what my friend said is that she overcome it by forcing herself to meet people and talk to people and tell myself that people don't care about what you have done because people are always giving attention of themselves. So we often overthink, and actually when we think about how people think about ourselves, they are also actually thinking about how we look at them. And if we think back the scenario, we usually only remember the embarrassing things we did, and we actually don't remember other people doing any embarrassing things. And this is basically the spotlight effect thing which I said earlier. But make sure practice makes perfect, so keep on trying until you master it. So when you are in public, always remember that people are too busy focusing on themselves that they don't have the time to look and notice about how embarrassing you are. So some of my friends also shared how they overcame social anxiety. So first one is that by taking part in a lot of competition that requires going on stage. So now he is more confident to speak to the crowd. And then talking to my friends more and just not focus on the nervousness so much. Going out, have a new hobby and play with other people through this hobby and share it with your trustees. And one of my friends was also encouraged by her teacher to not be afraid of making mistakes and always give ourselves a boost in our confidence. So what we can conclude is that talking to someone else and try to force yourself to take part in activities and meet new people is a good way to overcome social anxiety or shyness. always practice and set yourself small goals each day to achieve. So I have another answer from my friend which I like a lot because it's funny and true at the same time. So my friend said that just speak because everyone is equally flawed. Avoid toxic people who make you feel anxious. My personal favorite is remember that nothing matters. Everyone will eventually die and really no one cares. You aren't significant and the worst thing that can ever happen is you dying, so just say whatever you want. Well, everyone agrees, right? And another friend answered that social distancing 1 km. Okay, it's kind of cold, but you got this, man. So we've come to the end of this video, and I would like to say that you're probably not going to go from a shy to the most confident person in class overnight. But the more you practice speaking out, the less scary it will become. I hope you find this video somewhat helpful, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below your thoughts about social anxiety and shyness, and I'll be sure to answer them. See you guys in my next video. Bye!